Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to focus on this loft up here, and it started back in the summer building this metal frame, and that was the first step. But now we're moving forward now that we have some more things in place in the bus, and we can actually start to frame out this area behind me. We might add some more support for the metal frame up here, but first let's just focus on framing out the wood part of the loft up here, getting these side panels in, and then closing off and seeing where we're at. So here I am just applying edge banding to those pieces for the side of the cabinets. After I did that, I installed them so that they were flush with the cabinet doors once they're going to be mounted. So it's just as easy as clamping it and then screwing it in from the back side. So here's the one side of the loft that I didn't frame out yet. This is the piece of the cabinet that we just installed. And then as we move along to the other side of the loft, this is the piece, or the framing piece, that we built on the passenger side. So we just need to do that on the driver's side as well. So here's the ceiling, and I'll explain what that ceiling kind of is in a second. So my biggest issue is the whole roof inside is flat, except for up here, because we need extra room for the loft. But I just don't know how to like attach the ceiling. So what we're gonna try and do is, these are basically like strips that we cut out of 1x3s, and we're gonna attach them to the 3 metal ribs for the roof. But the issue is from this one to that one, it's flat, but when this one goes to this one, it goes up at an angle, and then the sides go out. So we're gonna try and figure out how we're gonna attach these and then secure panels to that. And then see what we ultimately want the ceiling to be up here. Alright, so we figured out we're gonna put a total of 5 long strips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and then we're going to use 2 small strips for the side so that the panel can come all the way down and meet with the vertical sections of this area over here. So we're going to go with that, see how that works. Probably have to use a little bit of a thicker plywood instead of 1/4 inch for these 2 sides, but that should be right, because we're going to add 12 volt 110 outlets on both sides up here, so should be good. Here's the first piece of the cut 1x3 that we put up on the ceiling, and as you can see, it curves up and outward. So it's flat right here, and then as it goes towards the front, it curves up. And here I am just installing the small piece above where the actual wall will meet the ceiling. Here's what all of the pieces on the ceiling look like as it goes across from one side to the other. So here is what the loft looks like, completely framed out and ready for insulation. And the next thing we want to do is start sticking insulation in these pieces. Now I know I have the foam insulation up here, and I just felt the next best thing was buying this insulation for just up in this area, just because it's all curved and I'm actually not really sure how to put insulation in this area, so we're going with this. Alright, so we got most of it up. Is it the prettiest? No, but it's up there. So we just have some small gaps like there and there to fill, and then that spot in the middle will be a shelving unit. But overall, this is what I wanted to accomplish, was just finishing the framing on the ceiling here, these pieces up here, and then just make sure I had it insulated. We're gonna put some outlets and stuff in later. That's after we get the boards on both sides and on the roof. So the next thing for the loft up here is we're gonna focus on getting the ceiling installed, and then the side pieces, the plywood, and then on top of that, what we're actually gonna use for the walls themselves. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next video.